Okay, my name is Kaothar, and yes, I am the founder of HOK Crochet Hub. HOK Crochet Hub is actually like a hub for women who want to learn crochet in a bid to, maybe start up a business for themselves or just be able to make beautiful pieces for their loved ones. And this hub was born out of my own actual business where I sell crochet items. So when I started selling the crochet items, I had people reaching out to me, telling me to teach them what I was doing. And that was really why I decided to start like just teach people how to do this amazing thing, crochet different pieces. They can actually start a business with it, or they can continue to, do it as a hobby. I'm a wife myself and I have a son. So it's just like really fulfilling for me to be able to work from home, make money, and still be there to take care of my son, my husband, and my family. So yeah, I just want to show more women how to do that.
Hello everybody, you're welcome to Just for Women Africa, and my name is Olaleko Amusa, the founder of Just for Women Africa. And today on a Zoom interview all the way from Lagos, Nigeria, we have with us the founder of HOK Crochet Hub, in the name of Kaothar Abiola Yusuf. Kaothar makes wonderful, beautiful crochets. I mean, I've seen her work on Instagram. They're really, really nice. We're going to be asking her questions on why we decided to go into the crochet industry, how she comes up with her designs, the challenges, her plans for the future, and basically everything that comes up during the conversation, during the interview. So you're welcome to Just for Women Africa Crochet.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
You're welcome. All right, before we get into HOK Crochet Hub, could you just tell us briefly about yourself?
Okay, my name is Kaothar, and yes, I am the founder of HOK Crochet Hub. HOK Crochet Hub is actually like a hub for women who want to learn crochet in a bid to, maybe start up a business for themselves or just be able to make beautiful pieces for their loved ones. And this hub was born out of my own actual business where I sell crochet items. So when I started selling the crochet items, I had people reaching out to me, telling me to teach them what I was doing. And that was really why I decided to start like just teach people how to do this amazing thing, crochet different pieces. They can actually start a business with it, or they can continue to, do it as a hobby. I'm a wife myself and I have a son. So it's just like really fulfilling for me to be able to work from home, make money, and still be there to take care of my son, my husband, and my family. So yeah, I just want to show more women how to do that.
All right, Kaothar, that's really an amazing story. Amazing to hear. All right, okay, Kaothar. So I mean, when did you start HOK Crochet Hub, and what has it been like since you started so far?
Okay, so one thing is, again, I started initially by selling my crochet pieces only. That was what I started doing because it was really hard getting a good job. So I started selling my crochet pieces. But along the line, a lot of people started asking me, how I made this, how I made that. And initially, honestly, I wasn't really open to it because I'm like, oh, they just want to copy me and all that. 2020 was when I decided to start teaching other people how to crochet. So before 2020, I was only selling crochet pieces to other people. But then I started teaching, and it has actually been really rewarding when you see other people they're able to make more things because of what they've learned. So one thing I know that most people know is that crochet is not new. It's not something new. A lot of us learned how to crochet when we were children, but we dropped it because life gets busy. It was just a hobby. But most people only know how to make one item. That was all they learned when they were kids. So for me to be able to show them how to make a variety, how to make clothes for themselves, clothes for their children, their loved ones, how to even start a business, it just seems like unreal that you can sit in your house, make something, put it online, and people are going to pay you for it. So for me to be able to show people that it is possible and for them to be able to do it, it is actually really, really, really rewarding. And yeah, it's been really fun. I enjoy what I do and I feel blessed to be able to do this.
All right, that's amazing. What's an amazing story from 2020. But if 2020 was the year of the pandemic, the COVID, weren't you scared about starting a business during that time? I mean, because a lot of people were like wondering, what's going to happen. Businesses were closing, people were not making money, but you decided to set up a business. Why 2020? Didn't you think of waiting to 2021?
Okay, that's actually a very good question, because 2020 was actually the pandemic year. But one thing we also in 2020 is that because people were now sitting at home, they didn't have other things to do. They wanted to do things with their hands. The pressure on me, because like I said, I was selling my crochet pieces before then. So the questions were getting more and more, because more people were now home. More people wanted to find other things to do since they couldn't go out to work. More people were picking up this hobby from back then. They were having questions, so the questions were coming. The questions were coming, and for me as well, I was looking at other ways of diversifying my income, because of course COVID hit everybody. So teaching was a way for me to create a new stream of income for myself during that period. So that was when I thought, okay, you know what, everyone is at home now, the demand is high. I'm at home as well. I can film the courses for people, film videos, show them this is how this is done, this is how that is done. And that was really how it started, because of the questions I was getting from other people. I'm just like, let me just answer these people, create something, and then push it on from there.
Okay. All right. So the crochets, did you have to go back to school to learn new skills, or you just went onto YouTube like most of what people do to learn how to make crochets all over again?
Okay, so like I said, most people learned as children. I also learned when I was in primary school or secondary school. That was the first time I crocheted, and over the years I just used to crochet. I learned how to make one thing, or maybe I learned how to make 3 things, but I was perfect in one thing. So over the years I would always make that thing. Like I'll just crochet this crunchy. Then when I thought of starting my business, in fact, I was only selling that thing I knew how to make. But when I started the business, other people started asking me to make different items for them. Initially, I would even turn them down, like, oh no, this is the only thing I make. But later, I'm like, okay, you know what, let me just explore and see other things that are out there. That was when I went onto YouTube. I watched videos. But again, I watched videos. So I'm going to learn on YouTube and by experimentation, because thing is, you cannot just learn everything about crochet on YouTube. But because I was open to experimenting, I was able to learn more things on my own. But no, there was no formal training. There was no me sitting down in the classroom learning how to crochet. There was none of that. It is self-taught. Yeah.
That's amazing. Self-taught, and you make such beautiful crochets. I've seen the pictures, are really, really amazing. I love them. All right, so how long does it take to make a crochet?
Okay, so first off, it is all handmade. No matter how small or how big a crochet piece is, it is completely handmade. But the time it takes is dependent on the pieces that I'm making. I have some small projects, like if I'm making a hat, I can do that in like 2 hours. Whereas if I'm making a long dress, it's going to take longer. But because I've been doing this for a very long time, I'm faster than most people. So I can like take 2 days to crochet a dress. Whereas some of my students, because I teach, I hear from other people, some people can take them like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, some people even months. But it's completely understandable. I've been doing this a very, very long time, and it is my source of livelihood as well. So I'm serious when I'm doing it. It's not like it's just a hobby. So like anywhere from 2 hours for small projects to actually as long as a week, 2 weeks, depending on how big the project is.
Okay. So the equipment, I don't know what they're called. I guess the cotton balls and the needles and paint you use. Okay, first of all, what are they called?
Okay, so you can just generally refer to them as the tools that we use for crochet. Okay, that's the general term, just say tools. But if you're being more specific, the most important thing you need is a crochet hook. Like you need the hook to crochet. Yeah. and the yarn, the hook and the yarn. These are the two most important things.
Okay, so I learned something new today: the hook and the yarn. Where do you get them from? Do you import them? Do you import them in from outside Nigeria, or you get to buy them in Nigeria?
Well, I buy mine in Nigeria. I think that crochet is a very easy craft because the supplies aren't expensive and you can get them from wherever you are. Like, of course, they're like imported yarns as well. But even if you don't want to buy the imported yarns, wherever you are, I'm so sure that they sell yarn. They make yarns in your country. They sell yarns in your country. So yeah, I buy from my country, although crochet hooks. So the problem with shopping within country is that there's a limitation. So here in Nigeria, we don't have so many varieties of yarn, but of course with the yarn available, you can make things. But if you want variety, you need to then shop from outside Nigeria, or there are vendors that stock foreign yarns, so you can also buy from them. But I buy from Nigeria. I buy primarily from Nigeria.
Okay, so are there various grades or qualities of the cotton balls?
Well, it's not necessarily quality, but like there are different types. Okay, so when I say different types, it's like fabric. Right now you are wearing an Ankara fabric. There is lace fabric, there is silk, there is brocade. That's just how it is with yarn as well. There's cotton yarn, there's acrylic yarn, there's silk yarn, all that. But what I'm saying is, out of all of these varieties, we only have a few varieties in Nigeria. So in Nigeria, we only have acrylic yarn and cotton yarn. So if you want maybe bamboo yarn, you need to buy an imported one. If you want cashmere, you need to buy an imported one. But there are different types of yarns made of different fibers. Yeah.
Okay, that's really interesting. I mean, I never knew all this. I'm not learning today. I'm practically having a course on crochet, but you never know I could go into crochet tomorrow. So those discussions are important. All right. Okay, Kaothar. All right. So basically, I will assume. So, do you have people working for you, or you do basically everything on your own?
Okay, so right now I need to understand that what I focus on is really on the teaching side of things. So mainly, like, I teach more now than I make the pieces for sale. So because I teach, whenever I get orders for pieces, like from my own customers, I'm able to outsource to my students. I know what each student is capable of, so I just pass it on to my students to make the project, and then we deliver it. So yeah, I'm going to sort of say I have a team, but I do not have permanent staff. Okay, I do not have permanent staff, but I have a team. I do not do everything by myself anymore.
Okay. Oh, wow, you're a really businesswoman. You must be busy. I was going through your profile. You've trained over 750 women, which is fantastic. Congratulations. What are some of the challenges with upscaling? What are some of the challenges with upscaling your business? I mean, to make it much more blown, so that women all over Nigeria and Africa could, would I say, tap into some of the talent which you have?
Okay, I think that the biggest challenge is actually, I don't know whether to say communication or ignorance maybe, because some people still have that mindset, or there are different mindsets. Some people don't think that they can start up a business. Like, even when I'm explaining to them that this is what I do, I can teach you how to do this. Some people, maybe I'll say, they are thinking small. All right, so people come to me, they say, oh, I'm interested in learning this, and then I tell them what's possible, but they don't think that it's possible for them. So maybe I'm going to say lack of belief in themselves, and then some people just don't think it's possible for them. Like, they think that I'm a magician. I'm like, I started from somewhere as well. I just think people need to be more informed, which is what I work on myself. I just try to let other women see what's possible. Especially, I really hate to see women that are really not having anything to do for themselves. I want you to understand, or I just want women to understand that there are so many things you can be doing, and your current situation, the fact that you are not rich, is not going to stop you from being able to do something for yourself. crochet is it is low capital. Like, you do not need a lot of capital to start a crochet business. So I just want more people to have an open mind and believe. I mean, I'm doing it, so what I want to do is to show other women, like, if I can, then you can as well. So I want them to look at me and be like, okay, Kaothar is doing this thing, I also should be able to do it. So it's just getting the information out there, and I'm hoping that more women are open to at least trying, experimenting, seeing if it is actually going to work for you. Not just that you just close up your mind and think, oh, I don't think I can do this. I wasn't born knowing how to crochet. I had to learn at some point, and anybody really can learn how to do anything.
Okay, Kaothar. All right. So, how much did you use to start your crochet business?
I can say I started my business with like 20,000 naira. However, the crochet items I was selling at that time, I could have made them with 1,000 naira. Okay, so that money that I used to start my business, I spent it on the packaging supplies for the business, because at that time I was only selling hair holders, and I did not want people to look down on the hair holders. So I'm like, I need to make sure that my packaging is really nice, so that at least when they see how this thing is packaged, they are going to feel like it is worth it. So the money I spent when I started my business, I spent it on packaging. Other people, however, is that if you do not have that money, you can still start your business, because the actual products I want to sell, I already made those with like 1,000 naira. Okay, so this is just an extra, and I had a job before I started my business, so I wasn't at the point where I didn't have any money. I had a job, I had some money saved up from the job, and that was what I used to purchase the packaging supplies, which I used to start my business.
That's amazing. I mean, you sound like a fantastic businesswoman who has already everything figured out, so even before they started, which is really, really good. Okay, so as we bring the interview to a close, I need to ask. So, what do you make with your crochets? I know you say you make the hats. What else can you make with the crochets?
Okay, so I make hats. I make clothes, different kinds of clothes, like sweaters, dresses, skirts, jackets. I also make home decor items, so like a crochet blanket for your room, a throw blanket for your living room, crochet pillows, crochet wall hangings, like decorative items. I also crochet bags, and some other people out there crochet shoes, but I don't. But yeah, there's so many different things that you really can crochet, and you can also choose, like, if you don't want to crochet all the different things, you can also choose that, okay, this is the only thing I want to crochet, and stick to it. That is what people are going to come to you for. But I make different things, because I make based on order. Like, I make what somebody orders for, so I make things like whatever the person orders for, I can make for them.
All right, that's fantastic. All right, what's the feature for HOK Crochet Hub?
Okay, I just want to impact more women, especially African women, because what I'm noticing is that people in like Europe, they are like taking this crochet thing more seriously. A lot of them, I even see some people dropping out of colleges to focus fully on their crochet business, people leaving their jobs to focus fully on their crochet business. And I feel like there are a lot of African women that need this, because we know this thing. A lot of Africans learned how to crochet as kids. They tell me, and because that's my experience too, I know that is how it happens in this part of the world. So I just want them to know that this thing you learned when you were a child, it can put food on your table. It can make you wealthy. Can you just pick it back up? Especially the women that have nothing to do. Okay, so that is one thing I want to work on more. I just want to touch more lives, touch more women that are wishing right now, oh my God, I wish I could make money for myself. Oh my God, I wish I could give my this kind of life. Oh my God, I wish I could this. Like, you can actually, you don't, with like at the point where they are, they don't need like more information, they don't need to go to school, they don't need a loan, to start the business. No, where you are right now, you can start your own crochet business and make a good name, make a living for yourself. I just want to touch more lives. That is where I am with my business at this point. Just touch more lives.
I like that. Touch more lives. Which is very, very important. All right. So to So our viewers who are watching on YouTube and all over the world and love the pictures which we shown of your crochets, and they would love to get in touch with you, they may love to place orders, or they love to travel all the way down to Nigeria just so that you teach them. Could you give out your contact details?
Okay, so first off, yes, you can order your crochet pieces from me. And if you are watching this, you feel like I need an extra source of income or I need a full source of income, crochet is an amazing skill. It is relaxing. You can learn crochet from me, and you do not necessarily have to travel down to Nigeria unless you want to see me. My classes are online, so I have students from all over the world. Just you can visit my website, HOKCrochetHub.com. I'm sure, please leave it in the description box for them, or you can connect with me on Instagram. It's at HOK Hub, HOK Crochet Hub as well. Instagram is the best place to reach me. So yeah, reach out to me on Instagram. It will be lovely to have you. My classes are online. I also have free classes for people that are in a place where they cannot really afford to pay for a crochet class. It's fine. I have a free class you can enroll in, and with my free class you can even start your crochet business. I'm telling you.
That's amazing. That's amazing. What a way to give back by doing things for free. Thank you so much, Kaothar, for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. We wish you all the best. We look forward to interviewing again in future. And thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure doing this interview with you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And to our viewers who are watching, do not forget to like, subscribe, tell a friend who knows a friend about Just for Women Africa. And from Kaothar and I, it's been bye.
Bye.